based on the advice of Lord Krishna, Arjuna also decided to counteract the Brahmastra sent by Ashwatthama by himself releasing a counteracting Brahmastra. As we discussed last time, Brahmastra is similar to the nuclear weapon of modern days. The nuclear weapon generates energy by converting matter into energy by atomic fission or fusion, and the mass is transformed into energy. I think the 2 weeks back I had taken class. All of you were here. Explained how the Brahmastra, if we had read about it in the year 1900 beginning, no scientist will believe that, oh, what is this? They are talking Brahmastra, a weapon which is like just like that, from nothing, light would come out, heat would come out. They would never believe. But after 1920s, later on, after Albert Einstein wrote that famous equation, E is equal to mc squared, that mass can be converted into energy. So mass is everywhere, atoms are everywhere. Any atom can be converted into energy. It is a very difficult process. Means difficult in modern technology. But a well-trained Brahmana could release this Brahmastra, could release this energy. And this is what we discussed last time, how this, whatever the Shastra says, it's a great science. Science is included, this modern science is included in the Bhagavata. And then we moved from material atomic energy and Brahmastra subject, we moved to spiritual technology of releasing spiritual energy. Just like Brahmastra released material energy, we discussed Brahmastra released material energy by chanting certain mantras. We discussed how spiritual energy can be released by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And the Adhyatmika Shakti is not light and heat, but it is Sat, Chit and Ananda. Sat Shakti, Chit Shakti and Ananda Shakti. For that we have to come in touch with the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, with the sound of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Therefore we discussed how during japa we have to attentively hear the Mahamantra. If we hear the Mahamantra attentively, without any distraction, mantra after mantra, if you hear that, then our Atma will touch, our soul, our real existence will touch the absolute existence Krishna, because the Nama is not different from the Lord Himself, from the absolute existence. And when there is transfer of Sat Shakti from the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, by touching the Supreme Sat, or existence, our existence will lighten up. Our pure eternal existence will lighten up. We'll get energized. Right now, our Sat means existence. We all know we exist beyond this body also. We know there is existence. That sense of being, sense of existence is now trapped by the material energy, and therefore we are thinking we are this body. Therefore the existence, which is existence means eternal existence. Eternal existence is trapped in this body of non-existence. beyond this body. Eternal existence is beyond this body. This body is beginning to end. So one small existence we experience in this body. But actually we, the soul, is eternal existence. So we are actually trapped in this non-existence. Non-existence means anything that has beginning and end has no existence, ultimately. Existence means it should forever remain there. So we are trapped, the real existence or real Sat is trapped in Asat body. So by touching the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, by touching the sound Hare Krishna Mahamantra, when there is flow of Sat energy by the mercy of the Lord, then one existence would lighten up. It's eternal existence beyond this body. But it is the energy that has to come into you. That energy can come only by associating with Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then we discussed how actually we can come in touch with the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The real way to touch the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is through japa. But then japa should be done in a right way so that the touching of the soul and the Hare Krishna sound happens. For that, we said we have to be attentive to hear the holy name during japa. And then we discussed how the mind takes away attention from japa into various different thinking processes. Processing, lamenting, rejoicing, dreaming, planning, all these kind of things, activity, our mind gets sucked into it while we are doing the japa. So when the attention is sucked by all these activities, thinking activities, attention is not available for hearing the chanting that you are doing. Therefore, your Atma is not touching the holy name. And then after that, your japa is just automatic. You are chanting round after round, and then your japa is finishing, but your thinking has not finished. You are continuing your problem solving, planning, lamenting, rejoicing, dreaming, worrying, or doing some other activity. Last time we discussed, you're doing some other activity, your mind is busy directing your senses, but you're automatically chanting. The whole key thing is the sound you have to hear. We discussed the example of the iron put in the fire. When the iron is put in the fire, slowly it gets heated and becomes red hot. So in the same way, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if you touch the sound, then our Atma will get spiritualized. The spiritual energy will come from the holy name. Will get spiritualized. But it is not suppose you take a piece of iron, put in the fire, again take it out, 5 minutes, then again 1 minute in the fire, then again 5 minutes outside, then again 1 minute inside, 5 minutes outside. Will it get really heated? No, because you put inside, it comes out again, it is cooling off, isn't it? So in the same way, if you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if you give attention to it, we have to give continuous attention to finish a mala. In between, you should not do anything. If you do anything, then you are taking out of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You are taking your soul out, gets disconnected. And why disconnection also is like inattentive means one of the 10 offenses is what? To be inattentive while chanting. So you're attentive little, taking attention away in some thinking. Again, thinking. Or sometimes nothing, not even hearing one. So what is required is, you should make a sankalpa to keep the iron in the fire for quite some time. At least one mala you take. Nothing I shall do now from beginning to end of this mala. I shall continue to do this only, nothing else. And we discussed how mind can do one activity which will not disturb japa. What is that activity? Can somebody tell who was there? Checking. Following and checking. So following and checking continuously. You should not break. Why you should not break? Because if you break, mind doesn't keep quiet, it goes to some other subject. That means you get disconnected from the Shabda. So you have to follow and check. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And I gave the example last time of how, what is this following activity of the mind? Thinking activity, lamenting, all those listed, I listed it. There is one activity of the mind which you can follow. Follow a doing. Follow an activity. Just like if I tell you, please follow somebody is playing table tennis, and I tell you, engage your mind in following the ball, where it goes. So your mind is going there, here. Your attention is behind the ball, where it is going, this side, that side, this side, it's going, isn't it? That is, the mind can follow an activity. So similarly, the mind should follow the activity of chanting and hearing. And by doing that, automatically you are hearing. Your attention is on the hearing. Another example I gave you is how, if you're standing in the railway station, railway platform, and one train is going across, and if I tell you, just count the number of bogies that will go by, then your attention will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You cannot miss anything. So in the same way, doing japa also, your mind should be engaged in being attentive to the Hare Krishna Mahamantra that is coming, following it. You have to follow that. So, as I explained, you have to, once you start one mala of Hare Krishna, at least you say that now next is 7.5 minutes, 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. Nothing, no telephone I will answer. If I start a mala, I will end it in one stretch, I will end it. I will hear continuously, one after the other. In between, I will not do anything with my mind. Just chant here, follow. Like that. It may sound very easy when we say like this. But this easiest thing is most difficult thing. Because the mind likes to go into so many things. But you have to understand, if the mind goes, attention goes. Attention goes, no touching. What is the connection between soul and the sound? Attention. So that attention has to be, the attention is a spiritual property. Does this microphone have attention? No. It is a soul's property. The soul can touch the holy name through the attention. Otherwise, eardrums, the sound is falling on your eardrums, your attention is somewhere else. Will you hear? No. Only where your attention goes, you will hear. And where you have an intention, there attention goes. And what is the intention? Intention is to touch the Nama Avatara. Intention should be very clear. Why are you doing japa? To touch the Nama Avatara through seva of hearing, through seva of chanting, through two activities, engaging the tongue and ear and mind. You are doing service to the holy name, the Avatara of the Lord. By that you touch the Lord. So we discussed how Prabhupada gave that example of sun or rain is available for everyone. But it all depends on how you catch that rain. So in the same way, the rain of mercy of the holy name is available to everyone. How much you are going to associate with the avatara of the holy name, that much spiritual energy, Satta, Chit and Ananda will get transferred into you by the mercy as a prasadam from the holy name. So therefore, so much dependent upon you. How much you benefit, how much you advance depends upon how seriously you put endeavor to chant Hare Krishna, to hear Hare Krishna. God helps those who help themselves, Prabhupada says. Even in japa, God helps those who help themselves. If you don't help yourself to do proper japa, God will not help you to make your japa into quality japa. You have to put your Ichha Shakti. You have to put your Sankalpa Shakti. You have to put your Chesta Shakti. You have to put your Jnana Shakti. All these Shaktis you have to do. You have to offer that for japa, during that japa time. Not only don't do anything else during japa, like a gross thing. Even with the mind, don't do anything else with the mind. Don't solve problems during the mind, during japa. Don't do planning during the japa. Don't do all these things. Only just simply try to, the uddesha, the intention is very clear, is I have to touch the holy name through this service. So, not that, one mantra I should hear nicely. No, you should hear, without break. Here. Then only the iron is inside the fire for sufficiently long time. Then you will see one mala at least. Afterwards, one mala also, move the Sakshi mala and go on. But at least train yourself that one mala is, I will have a sankalpa, that from beginning till end of this mala, I have a sankalpa, I will not do anything with my mind, but only follow the Hare Krishna mantra. For instance, if he does not release this sankalpa, I have started now, first bead, he should release the sankalpa from the soul. Sankalpa Shakti comes from the soul, from the sankalpa. Then it goes to the mind. Then Krishna deepens, will help you make that sankalpa stronger. But you have to start your sankalpa. I want to hear without distraction. That sankalpa is there, then you will see that it will happen. If you don't have sankalpa, simply Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. If you don't have sankalpa Shakti from the soul coming, you will see suddenly somewhere mind will take and go away. And then chanting will become mechanical. Your consciousness, attention is somewhere else. So, each of our soul Shakti, Ichha is very clear to touch the holy name of the Lord. Then Sankalpa should be there to finish mala after mala after mala after mala. So, japa is actually a meditation on doing. It is not a meditation on seeing, it is a meditation on doing. That means there is a particular thing being done, chanting, hearing, chanting, hearing, chanting, hearing, chanting. Meditation means what? Don't move out of that activity. Stay in that activity. That is meditation of doing. What is meditation of seeing? Don't take your vision from something. Be there only. Be concentrated seeing. Say, I keep on seeing this mic. Don't take your mind anywhere other than that. Seeing. Japa is not seeing meditation. Japa is doing meditation. That means don't do anything else. Stay only this. Chanting Hare. Chanting and hearing. Complete. Mala. Bead after bead. Bead after bead. Bead after bead. Bead after bead. That is why you need. You don't need seeing concentration for japa. You need doing concentration. There are two things that are happening. One doing is you are speaking. Hare Krishna, speaking. Another doing is what? You are hearing. There are two activities going on. Speaking and hearing. This activity alone, you follow this. You follow your own speaking and you follow your own hearing. Then you will see that automatically the mind is fully engaged. The mind will not go somewhere else. And I explained last time also the spiritual technology, why our acharyas have given mala to do japa with mala. It is to give work to the mind. Otherwise mind will do unrelated work. Let it at least do a work which is connected to japa. Okay, I heard 1 is over, 2 is over, 3 is over. It's connected work. when you chant, initially you start with the first beat. I have to hear Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The next Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Between the two beats, the Sankalpa Shakti should be there to go forward. Should not. Your soul has to be, when you are trying to chant, then the mind will slowly take you out of the fire. When you are hearing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, you are already in the fire of Satchidananda. That is the Hare Krishna mantra, if you are hearing. But the mind slowly takes you out of the fire, just like the iron piece. The mind comes and takes you out of the fire. So you have to insist, have sankalpa, determination. Yes, at least this one mala, I'll be inside. Nothing. I won't come out of this sound. Jai Grantharaja Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai.